Hi, welcome to my new normal life in Vietnam. Guys, today I want to tell you one good news. I'm going to send some postcards to my old customers who came to my cafe before. As you may know that we have a coffee shop by the tracks in Hanoi, Vietnam, and it ran for 2 years. Over 2 years, we have hosted many lovely customers. And because of COVID, we closed the cafe, and we feel upset about it. But I think it's a good time for the coffee shop to turn to a new page for me, for my team as well. However, our customers sent us a lot of messages wishing us a good new adventure, and also they say that they miss us. So we want to send some postcards to them with some love, and the postcard will show about the train street. It's a picture taken on the train street, the daily life by the tracks, and also some painting of our kids who came to our free English class before. They draw some painting themselves, so we will send that with the postcard together as a gift from Vietnam. Okay, let's see what we have here today. I'm also very touched to see again these pictures. It reminds me of the old time on the train street. Let's see, okay? I will turn the camera around now so we together can take a look at the postcard, alright? I'm going to turn it around. It's a little bit heavy for me to carry the camera. Do I speak loud enough for you to hear? Okay. I'm wearing a very nice dress as well, colorful flowers for you. Okay, so these are the pictures we took on the train street. Some pictures are taken by our team, and some pictures are taken by some photographers. So I'm going to choose some pictures and will tell you about the story behind it, okay? I think we should first start with this picture. So this picture is about the train street before tourists came there. This one I found on the internet. That was taken even before me discover the train street. You might recognize this house here, where my finger pointing at is the cafe, our cafe, the Railway Hanoi. And these are this man, he lived opposite the cafe with his family and with little boy Nam. He's very cute. He's always say Choo Choo when he sees the train, and he also celebrate the train party with us every night. Sometimes the tourists play with the boy here at this small sidewalk. So as you can see that the houses are very old. Some houses was built in 2080, 70, 60s, and some people ask me the train, which one came first, the houses or the tracks? I asked people who live there, and they told me different answer. But some people who first moved here, they work for the railway, and the railway department gave them some land here, and they say that the tracks came first, and then the people start moving here. And I really miss this tree. The tree lasts about a year since we opened, and then the tree grew so big, and they have to cut the tree down to make safety for the people and the train. So that's the first picture. Let's choose the second one. Okay, let's move to life by the tracks. The life by the tracks that you have people do everything outside, because the houses are very small, 10 to 15 square meters for one family, and maybe you have 4 to 6 people live in the house, and that's why they have to they use the house to sleep only, and everything else they will do outside, even playing chess like this, washing clothes, cooking, and playing with the kids, or raising their pets also outside. So you can see here, you might recognize who this. Who is this? Yes, this is a grandma. The grandma and little aunt, they live next to the cafe, and grandma's chickens. These chickens always try to steal snacks from our customers because we gave a free snack to our customer who drink beer. So these chicken usually beg for the snacks, and if you don't give it to them, they would steal it from you. And you can see a small cook with the water pot is settled right in the middle of the tracks. At 4 p.m. every day, the grandma will set up a cook. She will put the fire with wood, and then she will start cooking on the tracks. Nice, huh? If you come to our cafe, you will smell the food, and maybe she will give you a little bit of bite to try her cooking. Oh, next one. This is Anne. You can see Anne is holding a long, big chopsticks. They look like chopsticks, but actually they are not chopsticks. They are trash picker. These ones are made of bamboo, and one volunteer, Tien, worked in our cafe, made the trash pickers for Anne and for us to pick up the littering on the litters on the street, on the tracks, because it's an old habit for the people who live by the tracks to throw rubbish on the tracks, and also some tourists, and they are a little bit careless and they don't see a bin, they would throw trash on the tracks. So every day we and the kids pick up some litters, and after they bring back some rubbish, we will give to them some candies. Nice, huh? Okay, I put you back here, little Anne. Next picture. Which one? More life by the tracks. As I told you before, that the track is a playing ground for the kids. So you can see this one afternoon. Now the mama is cooking, and this one is pig feet. She's grilling the pig feet, and actually is to make a very interesting dish in Vietnam. This dish called the fake dog meat. So we in the old days, and as an old habit, the Vietnamese people ate everything, including the dog meat, because we were starving. We had a starving year, 1945, and we was really poor. We was very poor. Let me change my hand first, because it's a little bit heavy for my hands to hold the camera. Right, so we were a very poor country. Oh, where did I put my finger that cover the... Oh, okay, I will be careful. So we were very poor country and we ate dog meat, but for the recent years people start realizing that eating dog is not a good thing, but people still like the flavor of it, so they would cook pig and they put the flavor to taste like dog. So she's cooking fake dog meat with pig feet. Okay, and you can see the kids are playing next to her, and actually these 3 kids are her child. In Vietnam now, people don't really make many babies as before. Even the government have to and they don't get married as many as before, so the government even have to shout out for people to get married and make babies. So this lady, she's a legend to have 3 kids, and this boy from the neighbor. And of course, as I said before, the trash on the tracks, but don't worry, they throw it, they put it on the track, and then they will bring it, they will take it later, and then they will take it to the rubbish station. Alright, more life by the tracks here is the first and the first and the 15th of lunar month in Vietnam, that we will burn some paper, and we will pray and even we will pray with some food or fruit to God, to ancestor, to Buddha. So this lady are burning the paper on the tracks, and they usually wish for good health, good money, good life, and I hope that, and they sometimes they wish they usually wish more for health and money, and I hope they will wish more for happiness, because life has a very simple happiness. Like right now, we're just doing these things, reviewing about the old days, and we are happy. Okay, that's our cafe. And this one is the train coming to the train street, as you can see. I'm sorry that the picture is a little bit blurry. It's very new for me to use this phone, and I do not know how to get it focused yet. Okay, so as you can see here, this one, maybe let me try to change the setup of the camera. Is this better? Wow, it's a lot better now. Oh, I wish that I knew it before. I'm sorry. We already spent about 10 minutes together with blurry picture. I'm very sorry. Okay, guys. So this one here is the train coming to the street. And you can see that from the second floor, a balcony, you can see the train is so close and so big. The sidewalk here is only 1 meter, and the train is very big. Sometimes we have some naive tourists think that the train is as big as the track, so they stand very close to the train, and we have to pull them back and tell them, oh, the train is big, you need to be careful. That's also our mission when we was there, to keep the tourists safe. Because now we have clear pictures, so I will go back to some picture I showed you before. Oh, it's so clear now. I didn't know about it. Aww. And here is me. Here is me. And the customers are waving at the trains when it's passing by the cafe. And because we wave, you might not know this story. We wave at the customer and at the train driver every day, until one day he waved back at us, and one day he reached out of his window and give us a high five. And then every night, 7 p.m. train, we had a high five with the driver. And I think he's talked to the other train drivers. Sometimes we even get the driver high five with other trains as well. And it's cheer up all day, like it wash away all the tiredness we work during the day, and feel like we get the energy from the driver. And at night, a bit later, like this, when the sun is gone, we see more light of the train, and the train become the most beautiful thing at night. You can see everyone is focusing at the train. The train is like a star shining at night. See how little our cafe is, but this little place made so many people happy. Okay, and beside serving coffee and celebrating the train experience, we also give people another food experience with our food tour. So we take people to the food shop along the tracks in the railway area to meet the great cooks, learn about the story behind their food, try the delicious food made by the beautiful lady, and we also connect them. We build a bridge between the tourists and the local cook. And we think that, actually by science, your stomach is a second brain. And if you want to win, and the brain is connect to the heart, right? If you want to win someone's heart, win their stomach. So we want people, tourists, to love Vietnam. We get them try the very ngon, delicious Vietnamese food. This one is siêu pao. It has the egg inside, is salted egg with minced pork, stir fry with garlic and onion and lots of spices. And this is the dove she made, handmade. And I'm talking with her and trying some food. This was taken in a food tour, and this lady, they are cousin, and they have the same name, mean spring. Okay, we have one picture here. Few Mrs. Place, the cafe to see from the outside, right? And we have another picture is customer sitting by the tracks. So many people do not believe about this story. They think this is not real, that you can have a coffee, you can have a good chat, you can learn about the railway culture, a hidden old place right in the capital of Vietnam, a modern city. You cannot sit 1 meter distant to the train, and you cannot see the train passing next to you. Big, giant, strong, fast, lightful, fulfilling. You do not believe it, but this is real. You can see my friend Fabienne, a very good friend of our cafe. She's helping us to serve the coffee, and she also worked as a food tour guide in our cafe before. So many tourists, right? I want to share about positive and happy moments in this video. I just slightly mentioned that some of you know that the train street is closed recently. If you know that the train street was closed last year in late 2019, and why? Because I started the coffee shop on the train street in 2017, and I was the first one there. What I hope is that I can build a place to build bridges between the tourists, the train, and the local to benefit everyone. And we serve coffee, we show the train to tourists, but we also build a community project there to support the local, free English class, and help the local to start small business at home, raise tourism, and we succeed on that. But over a year later, in 2019, too many tourists, too many coffee shops open in a very short time. Can you imagine from 1 to 5, and then all suddenly we have 60 cafes next to each other, one by one, and thousands of people came to the small street, only 500 meters long. So that is very intense, and the government had to close the street because they did not know what to do to maintain it properly. To keep the safety for the train and for the people, they had to close the street suddenly. And then after that is COVID, because no tourists, no business for us anymore, we closed a coffee shop. And right now I'm having more time to share with you about the old days. And in the next videos, I will take you to the train street again. Even we close the coffee shop for business, our staff, our team still live in the coffee shop there for 2-3 more months. So I can show you the neighborhoods and the life and the place, the coffee shop, so we can recall all good memories. And if you have never been to the train street, you can at least visit the train street with me through my videos. Okay, I'm turning the camera again. Sorry, I'm very low tech, so everything I do is like this style. And this one is a picture of a lady. So most of the people who live on the train street, they are hard labor, come from the countryside, and they don't own these houses, they only rent these houses, so they need a cheap place, and so they take the place by the tracks. It's noisy, it was considered as a slum, so so they only pay cheap rent for a very small place, so they can work near there. You can see this lady live in this small space here on the top, and the width of this room is less than 1 meter. And she's have to climb up here, and she go to sleep there. In the daytime, she work in a small food shop near there. They sell pho noodle soup, and she work 10 to 12 hours a day, and she make about 7 to 8 millions. Very hard work, and she already paid for her living here, perhaps 3-4 million, and she sent back home 5 million. 5 million dong is about $200. But she have to live away from her family and in very poor condition in the city. Some people, so I talked to some hard laborers who come from the countryside to Hanoi to work, and I asked them why you have land, you have your family, you have your chickens at home, and you have to come here to live such a hard life. And they said this is not by choice. Some of us, we had a farm, but home we borrowed the money from the bank to raise the pig. But unfortunately, the pig got sick and all the pig died, and they was in debt with the bank. So they have to come to the city like Hanoi, big city, worked really hard, save some money to send back to pay for the debt. And when they paid the debt over, they will go back to the countryside. And they tell me that they said that they plan to work here for 2 years to pay the debt. But 2 years, hard life in the city, very poor condition, not clean water, a lot of pollution, and you work so hard, 12 hours a day. Maybe you make money to pay for your debt, but you lost your health, and maybe you have to pay for a bigger bill for the doctors, right? So missing in all this picture, we have almost everything. We have the tracks, the trains, the neighbors, the neighborhood, the kids, everything, the staff, the cafe. But there's something is missing is our volunteers. These volunteers, they work for our they volunteer in our cafe to teach the English class and help us with the project. We really appreciate their help. And so I don't have a picture of the volunteer, but I have one postcard from the volunteers gave to us when they finish their volunteering time. Would you like to read it with me? Okay, it's very nice. It has it's a pop-up card with a Vietnamese lady on the bicycle, and she's wearing an outside with some rice in her basket. Very Vietnamese. Okay, let's read this. Dear our Railway Hanoi family, thank you for giving us a home away from home in Vietnam. Your kindness and love made us fall in love with the train street and the city. It is time for us to choo-choo back to America. But we will never forget you. We wish you happiness in your future. Thank you for everything. Love from Cam and Gianna. Cam and Gianna are very cute. We love them. Thank you, Cam and Gianna. And if you are watching this video, we want to say that we miss you so much, and your painting, your lesson, and your house will stay with us forever. The place may be closed, and it was closed already, but the memory we will carry with us forever. Right? So guys, let me take a sip of the water first. I'm thirsty after talking. So now I'm going to write the name for friends, and to send this postcard to all our friends, to everywhere in the world, and many of them send us messages, and many of them even send us some donation to help us to go through this time before we close the shop. So the last month during the COVID was difficult for us to keep the class going and paying the rent without making any income from the cafe. And so many friends is helping us as well. So thank you so much for sending us caring messages and also donation. And now I'm going to send you some postcards to Australia, to New Zealand, to the Netherlands, to America, to France, to many places. And please do not get upset if I do not mention your country. We remember you. Okay, and here is I'm going to also send together with a postcard is painting by the kids. You can see the paintings. Very pretty, right? Okay, and we hope that with this painting you can use them at home. Nice. Nice. Some paintings are a little bit too thick, so I will choose the simple and thin one, so it's easier to send together with a postcard. It looks like Corina and Ulrich so much, but Corina and Ulrich, I don't know if they play badminton, but they play golf. Blue sky, and here is another painting. Do you say painting or drawing? This one more like drawing, right? They say Chúc mừng năm mới 2020. It means Happy New Year 2020 with the school and the houses. We didn't know that 2020 came with a lot of surprise. Okay, small little pig and more paintings, many more. That is colorful fish. Seeing these drawings make me miss the class. This is cute. The name of the colors. What color you, whatever color you are, we love you. Cola. Sleep like a cola. So many. Okay, many. And wow, it's too bright. With a flash on. So I think it's time for me to say goodbye. We have talked together about 30 minutes already, and they say that usually people get bored after 8-10 minutes watching a video. So I hope that you're still sticking with me until now. Thank you so much. I'm now going to bring this postcard to the post office. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and thank to everyone for all the love you have for the Railway Hanoi and for me. And keep in touch. Like and share this video, and subscribe this channel. Turn on the bell notifications. I know it's a lot of steps, but it's only take you 5 seconds to do everything, and you will be the first one who watch the next video I make about life, new normal life in Vietnam. Okay, and I'm May. Tạm biệt. See you next time. Choo choo!